Hey, I was wanting to speak about something really important. Now, World War Three is going to be a pretty big thing, and we all know that. But I just wanted to speak about Antichrist. Now, the Antichrist is going to be a very big thing in the end times, as we do know this. Now, one thing which we know is the fact that the Antichrist is going to be, he's going to deceive people. People are going to worship him, which obviously is blasphemous. But people are going to worship him, they're going to be deceived thinking that he's the saviour. Now, my question is this. Does anybody believe that World War Three could potentially cause this worship of the Antichrist and then eventually the Great Tribulation? Because he's going to be the one that people do persecute under. He's going to be the one to do this whole Mark of the Beast stuff. Now, I have a bit of a theory. I think I've said this, I've hinted at it before, how I think that transhumanism is going to have a massive play in the Mark of the Beast and this World War Three stuff. And I think this World War Three stuff is going to trigger it. And I also said this is all linked. I'm telling you now. Because Satan wants to be like God. And the Antichrist is part of his unholy trinity. You see, when Lucifer was cast down, he was or whatever, when he rebelled, he wanted to be like God. It was jealousy which was driving him. It was his motivator. Now he's trying to be like God, and one of the ways he's going to do this is by creating a saviour, a so-called saviour which people are going to turn to. And he's going to create these new bodies which people are going to use. Because after World War III, the world's going to be a mess. We know this. We could see. It is going to be a mess. Nuclear damage, all these people dead, limbs would have been lost. It will be the perfect time for transhumanism to come fully into play. It exists right now. What I mean is it will come fully into play. It will be so big because people would have lost limbs. So they're using it for that. People would have lost loved ones, and I guarantee they'll do some weird Matrix stuff as if to say, well, you can see your loved one again through here. And because the world will be such a mess, I guarantee they offer some quote-unquote heaven, which these people can escape to, which will be some Matrix thing. I'm guaranteeing you now, we could already see this with virtual reality gaming. Now, this time 10 years ago, people probably wouldn't have ever thought we would have got this now. Who's to say they can't do that with an entire world? Because they will do it, trust me, we've seen these things. And we know that people are going to worship the Antichrist. So my idea is that after World War III, the world will be in such a dark place. It's going to be in such a dark place that it's going to need a saviour. Now, obviously, we all have a saviour. Jesus Christ, he's the true saviour. What I'm saying is, though, these people, they're going to be turned into a saviour, and then he's going to come as their quote-unquote saviour. And they're going to accept him. And they will persecute us, because I have the idea that Christians are going to be blamed for the war. I don't know how and don't know why. Or religion, because we're going to be labelled as the extreme religionists. They're going to embrace Islam, they're going to embrace all these other false religions, but they're going to kick out the true one, because the demons know this is the true one. You need to make that clear. Okay? And what they're going to do is, they're going to label us as the reason it started. Well, no, that's just an idea. I'm not sure this is true, but what I think is, this is all linking in. Because I think they're going to introduce transhumanism. They're going to say, if you're not one of these upgraded humans, you can't buy or sell. I personally do indeed believe that. Now, that is honestly my opinion. Now, I don't know, I might be wrong. I'm not preaching that as an actual doctrine. I'm just saying that is an idea of mine. Because it most certainly could be true. It'll start with a chip. It'll start with a chip. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to start with a chip and it's going to grow into a new full-on body. These people are going to become machines, more machine than man. We see this in the movies and the games all the time. And some people are going to depart from the faith. Well, false converts are going to do that. If you're truly converted, you won't depart. If you truly have the Spirit in you, you won't depart. But these false converts, they're going to depart because they're going to think, oh no, well, this proves my religion wrong, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to claim to prove this religion wrong. Well, they're not going to do that, though. See, this guy, he could be a Catholic, but he could be a Muslim. Who really knows? But he's not going to be a true born-again Christian. We know this because he's going to be used by Satan. And the guy's going to deceive many. And the guy's going to burn in hell, which is a good thing. Not eternally, no, but he will burn. You can guarantee he's going to burn that lake of fire. But if you look at this is going to be the state. So my idea is, what if this really does? Because this Antichrist come in, and the Great Tribulation, it wouldn't surprise me. Because the world will be... Because I said, I had the idea that Donald Trump may very well be the one to start World War III, because he claims to be such a devout Christian. He'll use Christianity as an excuse to start it. And then what will happen then is people going to blame Christianity or something like that. Now that might not be the case. That is a bit of a far stretch. But Christianity is going to be involved. True Christianity is going to be involved somewhere along the lines because they're already trying to censor us. I saw an article. I heard an article. It was labelling us as apparently potential homegrown extremist terrorists. So they're already trying to lock us up. They've already locked people up. Look at Ken Hovind. This freedom of speech stuff. No, it's just an idea. I'm not preaching this as a doctrine. I'm just asking you. This is more of an open discussion because I personally think this World War III stuff is going to trigger the Great Tribulation and the worship of the Antichrist. Because the world will be in need of a saviour. And as I said, the Antichrist may very well be an entrepreneur, or he might start as an entrepreneur. Either way, he's going to have access to transhumanism because this is going to be the new religion. This is going to be the one world thing. The one world government's going to come into play because they're all going to need to work together to, sustain. Even they were acting like they weren't in along on this all along when they were. Like this wasn't an inside job. Because people, they don't understand. And when transhumanism comes into play, you're going to be seen as weird if you're not getting it. And as I said, they won't let you buy or sell if you're not taking part in it. And they will start to kill us. They'll start to get much stricter on laws with us. They're going to label us as homegrown terrorists. They're going to call us weird, these sick and twisted things. Then they're going to lock us up. They're going to kill us. And it's going to be because of World War III. I feel like Christianity is going to be blamed, whether it is or not, that doesn't matter. All I'm saying is this, World War III is what's going to lead the world and the state for the Antichrist kingdom to come along. This is where, because people are going to see the World War III, because many people think World War III is going to be the end of the world. And us, we know it's not exactly going to be the case. We know that the only thing that's going to end the world is Jesus coming back and destroying the old world. Then he'll rise them up again and he'll send them into the lake of fire to burn. Now they won't burn forever, no, they'll burn for different periods of time, but they will burn. Now, as I said, they'll burn for different periods of time, depending on their sins. Satan will burn the longest and his demons. But my point is, people's judgment is coming upon you. World War III is technically going to be God's judgment. Because America's going to be wiped out in this World War III, I think. I think it's either going to be wiped out or left extremely weak. It's time for a new superpower to come along, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was Israel. Or, well, actually, I saw this thing. I was speaking to a loving Christian on a stream, actually, and he showed me of this city, which is going to be the basically new Eden. You can look into it if you want. I'm actually planning to research it myself. I may even do a video on it if you wish me to, then say. But my point is, that might be the new, quote, America. People might start to go there and rely on them. Who knows? My point is there'll be another superpower in the world. And this is where the Antichrist will rise up. It could be Israel. It may very well be Israel. It might not be. Who knows? Point is, this Antichrist is going to rule that kingdom. And he's going to basically rule the entire world. He'll be operating through Satan. And I feel like the false prophet will be whoever's in charge of the Vatican. I do indeed feel like that's going to be true. So the Pope of that time will indeed be that false prophet. These are just dark times, and World War III is going to be even darker for us because people are going to depart of the faith because they're going to be like, oh no, God's given up on me, blah blah blah, and especially in transhumanism because they're going to think that, oh no, it's been disproven because of this Antichrist. Well, no, those are the false converts, so let them depart because they are the false converts. Spread the gospel because this is just end time prophecy. So we need to rejoice when World War III begins. We need to rejoice when the Antichrist comes out. And tell you now, time's only going to get darker from here while we're in this world. But when it's all over, when he returns, that's when it gets light, and then we shall never ever feel pain again. So yeah, sure, we're gonna go through tribulation. I know you don't want to. I know it sucks, but at the same time, rejoice because that means that the end is near, and the end is a good thing. And I know you may fear for your loved ones, but all you can do really is love them and preach them. That is what you can do. And that is the best thing you can do for them. And spread the word that he's coming back, because this is a sign. And I do honestly believe that World War III is going to be the main trigger for this, because it's going to leave the world in such a state, because that's the plan. They want to create a third world war, so they can leave the world in such a state that it needs saving. And well, the world needs saving anyway, but they're going to leave it in such a state that the Antichrist is going to come. He's going to offer this virtual reality or this transhumanism and whatnot, or he's going to fix things, whatever he's going to do. And then eventually Jesus is going to come after he persecutes us, because they're going to use it. They're going to think we're the bad ones. So this is why I think they may blame the start of the war on Christianity, or something that happened, or it'll be something to do with Christianity that they'll find a way to blame us. They'll find a way to outlaw us. They'll label things our religion. It may simply because of hate speech, because we know they're getting offended, which also is a sign of the times. Because they will get stricter on laws after Third World War. I guarantee death penalty is coming back, but it's not coming back for the right things. It's coming back for Christians, true devout Christians. Because, as I said, those who are evil hate the truth. They hate true good. They hate the Lord. So they're going to do whatever they can to fight against him. But I'm telling you now, they're not going to. And the reason they're not going to is because they can't. Because he's infinitely powerful and they're nothing. Satan is nothing compared to God. God, he's on a leash, alright? He's on a leash. So don't worry. While we may be in pain now, it's going to get better. I do truly think that World War III is going to begin this stuff because, as I said, he's going to be worshipped. People would indeed worship him because they'll be so thankful for the very fact of what he's doing for them. They'll be thankful for this transhumanist stuff. They'll be thankful that he's healing them, giving them these new wounds, these quote-unquote miracles that he's doing, because we know that Jesus healed the blind. Well, transhumanism has been used to heal the blind, so he's going to be healing the blind, healing the deaf. He's going to be saving people from all these illnesses, and people with this transhumanist technology, and people are going to claim that he's doing miracles and he's the saviour of mankind. And when he offers this matrix, he's going to say it's a way to eternally live on transhumanism. People are going to take it, they're going to believe him because of everything that he's done. And they're going to be massively deceived, and they're going to accept this mark of the beast, whatever it is, and they're going to eventually perish. When Christ comes back, they're going to receive the wrath of God, which is a beautiful thing. Now, we preach to them. We do hope they get saved. That is our hope. For the Bible does say that the Lord does not take pleasure in the death of the wicked, but he'd rather have them turn to the good ways. That is true. We should be the same. But righteous judgment is also a good thing. Righteous judgment is indeed a good thing. As these wicked people, these demons, it's a good thing they're going to be cast to the lake of fire. This is the Fridge Soldier, Emily. I'm going to sign up for now. I love you all, and I hope you found something knowledgeable in this video.